Oh my God. It's here. I got my flag out. My Bible's here every day. It's going to be one of those days. I am so excited. I am so excited. Election day is here. This is the beginning of our revival, and you can see the signs everywhere. You can see it in the sports world. You can see it everywhere. But I'm so happy that it's happening in the sports world because I have, and you have, and others have really paid a price in the sports world as they stole our values, stole one of the great institutions that we have, sports, and the projection, the promotion, the affirmation of biblical values, of American values, of traditional conservative values. That's what sports have always been about. They've stolen it, they've hijacked sports, and finally, men are waking up, putting their foot down, standing firm on our values and saying, you know what? I don't care if you don't like me. I like Donald Trump. I like his policies. And I know many of you are sitting there, oh my God, Donald Trump, he's flawed, he's sinful. I don't care. I care about the policies. And that's what's driving many men, many people to move beyond their fears and say what they really believe and let their family say what they really believe. It started last night with my favorite quarterback, my favorite football team. The Kansas City Chiefs are right in the middle of this entire revolution that's going on. Harrison Butker started it off, and Brittany Mahomes follows in, and now Patrick Mahomes' mama, right before Monday Night Football, she releases, or someone in her camp releases, the video of her showing up at the game on Monday Night Football in a Make America Great Again hat. And it's a very short video, but this is significant. Play the clip of Patrick Mahomes' mama.
Make America great again. Let's do it.
That's all I needed was those 7 seconds. We've heard about Brittany Mahomes, his wife and mama, they MAGA, and Patrick Mahomes ain't. Miss me with all of that. We are in the midst of the great awakening, and it's happening in sports. The great sports awakening. It's not just Patrick Mahomes. Joe Rogan, he's right in there with UFC. Yes, he's known as a podcaster and an interviewer, but his bones, where he came up, is in the sports world, and he's associated with UFC. Joe Rogan last night tweets out his endorsement of Donald Trump. Here's the tweet, or here's the post, on X. The great and powerful Elon Musk. If it wasn't for him, we'd be effed. He makes what I think is the most compelling case for Trump you'll hear, and I agree with him every step of the way. For the record, yes, that's an endorsement of Donald Trump. Enjoy the podcast. Nobody's scared anymore. Bill Belichick. Keep in mind, Bill Belichick is out of a job. He's the greatest coach in NFL history. The National Football League rejected him this offseason. He's out of a job. He has every reason to tread carefully because he wants to coach again. And he knows that if it was 2020 all over again, he'd have to walk and move very delicately But things have transformed and changed so much in the sports world. Bill Belichick can now come back out of the closet, say, yeah, I like Trump. Trump's my guy. Trump gave me some kind of Medal of Honor. Trump's my guy. I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm down with Donald Trump. Bill Belichick had Donald Trump on his podcast with Jim Gray. I was telling you all last week about Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Larry Ellison and all the people with money, the big power brokers, the reigning men, the men that reign over America, the richest men in America, they all started moving Trump's direction, led by Elon Musk. And the next thing you know, Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, owns the Washington Post. He's moved. Now we get over here to the sports world. And this is why I was clowning LeBron James last week. What are you doing, you idiot? Can't you see which way the wind is blowing? But you're so controlled and afraid of the Diddy deal, you can't say what you really believe. You can't go the direction of men. You're handcuffed. But here's Bill Belichick with Donald Trump on his podcast. This is very significant. Let's play SOT number 9. SOT 9, Bill Belichick and Donald Trump on a podcast together.
Final thought here. It's the eve of the election. You talk to anybody who plays in a Super Bowl, has something big happening in their life, and you get a lot of nerves and anxiety. How are you feeling on this election eve?
It's been an amazing thing. And I think we're doing really well. You know, we're against a system. I don't view her as a candidate. I view the Democrat Party as the system. It's a system. It's just the way it is. And it's very interesting to watch. And let's see if I can take down that system. I did it once very successfully. I don't think there's ever been anything. This is more exciting. I hate to say it, Coach, but this is more exciting than any football game. This is big stuff, and it's going to be a very interesting, hopefully a very interesting outcome.
That doesn't happen. Bill Belichick's not on a podcast with Donald Trump if things haven't changed, if the wind's not blowing our direction. Today is a day we will remember for the rest of our lives. Today is a day that will impact your kids, our kids, America moving forward. Today is very, very significant. They had run roughshod. They Black Lives Matter, Jacob Blake on football helmets and on basketball courts and on baseball diamonds, forcing all this Marxist sloganeering everywhere in sports. Everybody afraid to say what they really think. If Drew Brees says, hey, man, I like the national anthem and I don't ever want to disrespect it, he gets shouted down and pushed into a corner and everybody's going off on him. And finally, men are standing up and we're pushing back the other direction. And the sports world, we're recapturing the sports world where people can actually say what they really believe and stand for what they really believe in. Did I mention Mike Tyson? Iron Mike Tyson. He don't care what no one thinks about who he supports as president. Play the clip.
If I'm voting for Trump, so what somebody's going to do about it?
I don't think anybody, I'm going to disagree with you.
So what? What are you going to
do? I think this is Jim Brown's daughter. Let's play SOT number 5. The great Jim Brown was a friend of mine, a hero of mine, a mentor of mine, someone I was very close to and have a lot of love and respect for. Jim, virtually everything that I believe politically, from a political point of view, from a masculinity point of view, it mirrors Jim Brown. Men taking responsibility for themselves. Jim Brown's America I Can program. Jim Brown was really misunderstood. Really misunderstood. He was a man's man and believed in men taking responsibility for themselves. And I'm not surprised that his seed is this strong that his daughter would go out at a Trump rally. Let's play shot number 5. This is Kimberly Brown. Sports world is going our way. Play that clip.
So tomorrow, November 5th, we're all going to the polls to re-elect Donald J. Trump as the 47th President of the United States of America! Fight! 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 Let's go!
This is awesome. This is today is a great day, and I've been on pins and needles. I've been so anticipating today. This is like being a 10-year-old kid at Christmas, and I would sit around, and my mother bought me this electric football game. Some of you young kids, you got video games, everything's in here. You have no idea, but there was these electric football games. You put these little men on the board or whatever, and the board would vibrate, and they were shaped like football players. And it was like the PlayStation of that era. And I can remember I got the deluxe version of it. I used to have the little cheap one, and my mother for Christmas got me the deluxe version, and she wrapped it up, and it's in one of these long boxes. And so, the last 2 weeks of Christmas or before Christmas, I'd just go pick up the box because I knew what was inside of it. And I would just be anticipating, oh my God, I can't wait to play this game. Like, this is the greatest thing in the world. That's how I felt about November 5th. Today, we've so needed this. We've so needed to confront this wickedness that has overtaken America. And is Donald Trump the perfect vehicle? No, but he's the vehicle that has been chosen to put an end to this. He is the vehicle that has been chosen to give men their backbones back. He's the vehicle, whether we like it or not. And I'm sorry, I love it. I'll take it however it's shaped and formed. I'll take it no matter his past sins. Do you have any idea how sinful and how flawed the men of the Bible were that God used to build an ark? That God used in every way imaginable? These men were murderers, adulterers, rapists. They were more flawed or just as flawed as you and everybody else. So let them complain about Donald Trump. They love to complain about Donald Trump because they don't want to talk about the policies that these two candidates represent. And I'm just sorry, one candidate's policies are evil and wicked and are set out to destroy us and our kids.